Shalom Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Bawanas to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Lek out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. But I want to get into just a quick precept lesson, something that came across my mind, and just Lord willing, this short segment is edifying. All right, and it's the book of Job, chapter 10, verse 1. My soul is weary of my life. I will leave my complaint upon myself. I will speak in the bitterness of my soul. And everything in which Job had suffered, all his hell, all his affliction, his kids being taken away, the plagues and the boils upon the skin and different things like that. He just said to himself that I'm gonna, all my complaining, I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'm just gonna speak to myself. You know what I'm saying? Because his friends that were talking to him and stuff like that, ultimately they wasn't really helping the situation, you know. And Joe was just being so frustrated that it's like, well, maybe this is something I should just leave unto myself. And, you have to be careful, for us brothers within these times when you're dealing with things that you're going through, whether you want to share them with brothers or you want to hold them to yourself. Well, first and foremost, we pray and we talking to the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And secondarily, you might want to talk to a brother or you might want to hold it into yourself. But you have to be, uh, you know, wary in these situations because, sometimes if you especially the younger you are, and if your faith is not that strong, and things easily get to you and different things like that, you might necessarily not want to leave something upon yourself. You might need to speak to a brother, to give you that pick me up, you know what I'm saying, to encourage you in the spirit, but then at the same time, you don't want to come to a brother with every little thing, because then it's like you're a complainer, you're a crybaby. It's like, gird up your loins. You know what I'm saying? And us as men of Yahweh Shema Shah, that's what we have to strive for more and more. Now, at those times when you do, leave those complaints upon yourself, you have to know, how strong you are in the faith, and constantly stay prayed up, because you could potentially put a demon upon yourself, within your own mind, because, the scriptures say this, Jeremiah 17:9, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Okay, so your mind, our minds is constantly tainted by the ways of this world, and Satan has a very strong hold on this world as is, especially when brothers get caught up in jams and stuff like that. So you just have to make sure that you staying prayed up, and that you in the right spirit, that you can deal with these demons, that you facing, head on, if you want to deal with the problem on your own. And when you ultimately think about it, when them lonely hours of Jacob's trouble really come upon us, that hour of temptation, who's it going to be? It's just going to be you and your faith. Like the brother War in the camp always mentioned, have thou faith, have it to thyself first. So when them times come, it's only going to be you. So at that moment, you're going to have to do exactly as Job did. How he said, I will speak in the bitterness of my soul. I'll leave my complaint upon myself. Because it's just going to be you, your faith, and a mindset that you have towards your Yahweh Shem Yahushua. There's nobody that's going to be able to get you out of that predicament or to help you with that. You got to go through that. So within these times, we got to constantly, be girding up our loins, and, and embracing the hell that which we catch, so that when we go through things, we could triumph through them day after day after day, because it's a constant struggle. It's a constant battle within this hell, and in the second Ezra, the 14th chapter, that it says, put away from thee the mortal thoughts and cast now off the weak nature, you know. So at times when you're going through things and you want to speak in the bitterness of your own soul, you're going to keep things to yourself. Look at it as you being that soldier for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and that you're going to march through every single problem in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and that the Lord is going to guide you through those things in which you may suffer in your mind or whatever. That's why the scriptures also say, give me any plague, but except a plague of the heart. Because, to have a mental infirmity, that's worse above all things. You know, you can look at examples of guys that got bugged out and fell out of the truth. They suffered mental plagues, you know, and the Lord cast them up out of the body. And we don't want to be of that ilk, you know. So, this is just, some encouragement for brothers. And, just know you have to balance out when you're going through different situations, whether, you need to come to a brother, talk to a brother, or whether you could trump through things, on your own in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. So at the end of the day, you're truly not on your own. But, you just got to know the fine balance of those things and, reach out when you need to. But at the same time, be mindful of not, being a complainer, being a whiner. You know what I'm saying? Know how to gird up your loins and know how to, struggle through this fight every single day. So, with that, I hope this short segment was edifying. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to Lek out there doing this work of faith and labor of love, true sincerity. Shalom.